This year is entitled, Why Create a Holiday on Hey Iyar, the day which began a war? So we discussed, those of us who hold there's a great bracha and a need to celebrate and express our karat hatov to Hashem, that we have independence, we have our own independent state. So those of us that hold this way, so fine, celebrate, set up a yom to express our karat hatov to Hashem. But why Hey Iyar? Hey Iyar, David Ben-Gurion made an announcement, and we had all the Arab armies attack us, and it began a bloody war with many Jews being killed. And it went on for months. Maybe the end of the war should be the day we celebrate. So here we're not getting to the question, can you make a separate holiday? We discussed that. Chassam Sofer, Gemara Megillah, and others. We're not getting to the question of whether this is a bracha. We discussed that. We hold it's a great bracha, one of the greatest in 2,000 years. So fine, go with the sheet that you can make a new holiday. But why on a day that began a war? Rav Aaron Soloveitchik discusses this in Logical Mind. He has an article about the state of Israel. And Rav Meshulam Roth, one of the great Gedolim, at the time of Hakamat Medina, Rav Tzvi Yehuda Kook looked at him as the Gadol, actually, after Rav Kook, his father, passed away. And he writes in Kol Mavaseh Perik, in the first book, Tshuva Chof Aleph, he gives several reasons. He said, all of the announcements and the proclamations from the UN and the vote, that magical vote that gave us the right to the land, it was all up in the air. If we didn't actualize that vote, then we could fight, we could move, make aliyah, slowly come into the land, try to defend ourselves in this community and that community, but there's no real permanence whatsoever. It could come and it could go, our settlement activities. Only when we officially have a state which is internationally accepted and recognized, an idea that Herzl fought for. He said, without international recognition, you're never going to have any staying power. Once we accepted and embraced the announcement of the UN vote, then it became official and formalized. And then, for all times, we have the state, and we have the ability to go ahead and use our leadership with the state to defend ourselves, etc. So that announcement was crucial. Yes, it had some horrible effects. We had the war and the deaths, but we had that official status of a state, an army, and all that. So that itself was a crucial announcement. That led to the ability for all the Jews to defend themselves and for all the other Jews outside to come home and escape persecutions all over the world, which we've had for thousands of years. And that resulted again in kibbutz galiyot. So Rav Shalom Roth, there's a triple factor to Yom Iyar. Yes, there was tragic parts that resulted from the announcement of 3 parts. And Rav Aaron Soloveitchik also in his article writes that that without the proclamation of the state, it would have just been up in the air and vague. He also talks about the Independence Day, July 4th in America. Without the declaration, also it's up in the air. Rav Tzvi Yehuda Kook writes, and this is elaborated upon by Rav Melamed in his book Zmanim on Yom Haazmaut. He writes, Rav Tzvi Yehuda Kook, that the very idea that we got together and had the gevurah to make such a proclamation against all the nations of the world and say, this is ours, and we're accepting it, and we will defend it till the end, that itself is an unbelievable act of gevurah, and that act of gevurah was on which day? Hey, yeah. So for these and other reasons, that's why we celebrate on Hey Iyar, despite some tragedies resulting from the proclamation. The proclamation was crucial and is historical, and it was part of the process of being saved from destruction to salvation. Shalom.